Hey there everyone, I wanted to make a quick video, well it might not be quick, a video of what we have planned for our homeschool week this coming up week and what's in my kids' work boxes. Now the way we have our work boxes set up, we did this last year and it worked out well, is I have two children, Madison and Danny, and they have same color box every day of the week. Madison's Monday, Danny's Tuesday. Madison's Monday, Danny's Monday. Madison's Tuesday, Danny's Tuesday, and all the way down to Friday. Now Fridays we don't do a whole lot. Fridays mostly our catch-up day and fun activities. But being this is our only second week of school, we started last week. This is only our second week, so I've had a couple extra things in Friday just to do some review and some catching up. And one thing we started this year, last year I would just put post-it notes on each of their books and tell them what pages to do. This year I let them decorate their own binders, and I have a planner. We call it their planner or their agenda, kind of like they had in public school. And they have every day of the week and all the subjects and what to do each day, and the X's obviously mean nothing that day. So like I said, it looks like a lot, but we're trying to play catch up and review right now, and then we'll kind of wean down a little bit. So this is this week, and that was the last week, and they highlight off when they're done something. Also in the back here they have their reading log, which my son has not filled out. I have to get him on that. So let's start with Monday. My daughter and her Monday box. It's a little full because of that big book in there. This is their Spanish notebook. They both have the same, so I'll just show you one. These are the worksheets we're going to be working on. And all these I find on Pinterest or I copy out of books that we have. And then we also have a book called something about Teach Your Family Spanish in 52 Weeks. And we are on, we do week 3, 4, because they're super short, 3, 4, and 5. And we just have, see, this is what we did last week. We just had them, I wrote it down and they filled it out, what it meant in English. We did these worksheets. So what they do is they do the worksheets and they cut them to fit in the page and glue them on. So it's kind of like a notebooking, And so that's Spanish. And then reading, she has her notebook here. And what I do is she reads a story in there. The pages are written in her planner. And then I pick this is a regular textbook from a public school. So it has all the questions and all that kind of stuff in there, and I just pick the ones that I like best and word them the way I want them. So she has a short story here to read and answer. Write a paragraph of what you read in the story, and then another story called No Friends, and some questions to answer about it. That's it. And then we both have this. We're going to learn about Argentina this week. So we staple these together and do them together. And then, where's the notebook? These is their country's notebook. And they'll have one of these as well. I had to make copies of that still. A cool country report, and we'll fill that out. And what we do is we do the country report, and we fill it out and put it in sheet protector and just put it in here like this. These are ones we did last year. So we just kept the same notebook to continue. This is Brazil. We did that. That's what we did last week. So they both have this in their boxes. And they both have this in their box. The early Middle Ages is what we're learning about in world history and the Byzantine Empire. And we have a book called The Complete Book of World History, and I just take bits and pieces of it and type up something like this, and then I read the story to them and they fill in the blanks as they're listening, and they cut this and put it in their notebook. They have a spiral notebook for world history as well. So then she also has this writing book. Let's see what she is. In her planner, she is told to do writing. Writing book, pages 4 and 5. So it's very simple about facts, different types of sentences. So that's all she has to do there. And then she has her Wordly Wise book that she hates. So it says here on Language Arts, Wordly Wise, pages 10 to 18. So that's lesson 2. Lesson 2 is pages 10 to 18. So here it has all the words and then all the activities to go with it. And then she has her Singapore math and her Genesis 10 to 13. So that's exercise 3 and 4. And then lastly for Monday, she has vocabulary for the gifted student. And that is pages 26 and 29. This is 26 and 27, 28, and 29. So what they do is their workbooks here, they do on their own. I sit with them the whole time at the table. So they do that on their own as well, and this too. And then once all that stuff's done, we work on our things like this together. So let me throw that back in there. Just put that on top for now. And then on to my son's. He also has the same Spanish and geography and history. And then he has the same as far as reading. He has a textbook and with a certain passage or story to read and then some questions to answer, some vocabulary words. They have to spell this word again on the line and then look it up in the glossary in the back of the book. And a couple questions about the passage he read. He has this vocabulary, and in his agenda, planner, whatever you want to call it, it says Spectrum vocabulary book 7 and 9. He has 2 different vocabulary books. That's because I'm trying to get one used up. So here we have 7, 8, and 9. And then this is his other vocabulary book that I'm trying to use up, and he's to do 22 and 26. 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. He likes vocabulary, so he doesn't mind the extra of that. And then in writing, he has 10 to 13. He has 10. Oh wait, that's 12. 10 and 11, 12 and 13. And then for math, he has his Singapore. And he used to do 11 to 14. 11, 12 and 13, and 14. And then he also has a little bit extra because he's having a little bit difficulty learning multiplication facts, and he's having some difficulty with skip counting. So I have some skip counting activities here. I have a little number line thing here. Hold on. Behind it we have some skip counting activities. I'm going to keep it in the sheet protector and let him use a dry erase marker on it. I'll have to fix that later. Then we have some more skip counting activities. He only has to do like this. It says do pages 2, do the 2s and 3s. And the next day do the 4s and 5s and so on. And I also have, whoops, a hundredths chart. So I'm going to have him mark off with a dry eraser, count the 2s, count the 3s, and so on. So that's his Monday box. Put everything back in there. And then my daughter's Tuesday box. Tuesday for my daughter. I'm trying to look at her planner thing here. Okay, so this is for spelling. They do 2 different types of spelling. They do a spelling list that I print off of K12reader.com. So this is last week. What they do is they copy the words down, and then they try to copy them again without looking. And then there's a highlighted word that they have to look up in the dictionary and write the definition on the back. So this is next week's. And then I also have a spelling activity. These are 10 of the words mixed up for them to do. And then I also, I don't know if you can see it, that folder right there is different spelling fun activities for them to pick out. So that's her spelling list. We are learning about the Declaration of Independence. We've already learned about that, but we're learning about the types of government. So I printed out these pages out of a book we have, and I'm just calling this our government packet. So we're going to work on this together a little bit each day. This is a reading comprehension book. They do math, writing, spelling, language arts, and reading pretty much every day. Because those are the fundamentals that I think that need to be worked on the most in life, you know? Especially since we're coming off a break, I want to get their brains moving more. And then maybe, like I said, maybe we'll go down some. So the Reading Fundamentals book, she is to do pages 4 and 5. See, they're really short too. Just a passage and a couple questions. And then she has to do 30 minutes of independent reading. This is a writing notebook, and this is from last year as well, so I've just clipped off from last year's, and we're going to keep going on this one. And he has a writing prompt. If I could ask George Washington anything, this is what I would ask him, and why. And then she has a little math page to do in her division book here. 7, 8, and 9. So there's 7, 8, and 9. And then this is her weather. We're doing a weather unit study next week. So we're going to do this together I think we're going to be working on this for about 2 days. So that's all for Tuesday. Tuesdays are kind of, Monday we have the most. Tuesday I'd say we probably have the least because my younger son has speech therapy, my daughter has Taekwondo, so we're kind of busy. We're on the go a lot, so. And then my son's Tuesday, he also has his spelling. He has the same scrambled up words. Well, not the same words, but he has different words. And then that's his list. He also has to declarate on the government packet. He has this reading book to do, and he's to do pages 4 and 5. And then 30 minutes of independent reading. Oh wait. He also has this storybook to do. He doesn't have to do independent reading that day. He has to do these 2 books. He has pages 1 and 2. No wait, I'm all confused here. He has to do 3, 4, and 5 in this book. And 1 and 2 in this book. And then he has a language arts book. And he has to do 7 and 8 in. Seven and 8. And this, he also has a writing book, same exact writing prompt. He has his multiplication book. Here he also has the same weather thing. In his multiplication book, he has to do page 7 and 9. 7 to 9. 7, 8, and 9. And he also is going to work on that skip counting packet. So that's Tuesday for my son. He also, every day they do 30 minutes of independent reading, so I really should say it that way. Okay. And then Wednesday for my daughter, she has math first. And she's to do this book, pages 6 to 9. So that's pretty much lesson 3 and 4. She also has her cursive book here, and she's going to do 4 and 6. 4 at D to L. And then she's also doing, where is it? This paragraph book. And she's going to do pages 4 and 5. And then her spelling book. Now it says pick out a spelling fun activity when you're done from that photo I was just telling you about. And I can show you what's in there if I have time. I'm trying not to make this too long. It's already getting too long. So she's to do pages 12 to 15, which is lesson 2. And then English book, she's to do pages, now this has 2 different, has writing and grammar, so she's going to do grammar on this day, pages 314 to 319, and then I wrote some of the questions out in here. That's writing and that's grammar. And then I'll go ahead and tell you now, on Thursday, the next day, so I don't have to take this book back out, she used to do the pages in the writing section here. Pages 6 to 11. And then she has this reading book, pages 4 to 6. There we go. 4, 5, 6. And then we are working on presidents. We're on the 3rd president right now, so we're going to go back and fill these out because I just found these cool little things. So there's one for each president that we've done. So we're going to go back and fill that in. My son has that as well in his Wednesday box. So what else my son has in his Wednesday box? Here's the president's thing. Ugh. He has this main idea book, and he used to do pages 8 to 11. And, sorry, someone just knocked on my door. I think it's the mailman. And, let's see, he's to do pages 5 to 11 in here, just like my daughter. And then the next day, he's to do pages 314 and 315. And then he also has his notebook to answer questions in. He also has the same cursive book, pages 4 to 6, same pages. He has this word problem book, and he's also going to be working on his skip counting sheets. And in here he's going to be doing pages 4 and 5. He also has the same spelling book with different grade, obviously, and he can also pick out a spelling fun activity, and he's to do pages 12 to 15. Which is lesson 2. And he also has a paragraph writing book, and he's to do, where is it? I'm trying to find on his agenda thing here, page 4 and 5. So that's everything on Wednesday for him. And then Thursday, like I said, my daughter also has an English book to do, but she also has a little reading activity in this book, pages 3 to 11. Oh, looks like my toddler got a hold of this one. So there's this, oh my God, he wrote all over it. This story to read, There's some questions. Well, maybe it wasn't. Looks like someone already did this one. I think I'll have to change those pages and put that off to the side. She has this thinking skills book, and she's going to do pages 3 and 4. She has this math basics book, and she's going to do 11 and 13. And she has this language arts book, and she's going to do 10, what page? And 11. And then, like I said, she has the English book, and we're also still doing that government packet, and she's going to do 15 minutes of typing on typing.com. So then my son's third day, he also has a reading book, and he's going to do page 3, read this book, this passage here, and answer questions. He has this multiplication book, and he'll also be working on skip counting. And then he has the thinking skills book as well. And we'll also be doing, you know, government and typing with him. And then Friday, we have a couple of fun activities. We're going to learn about measuring, a couple of easy fun activities about presidents, a little quick test, and this is another little math fun activity. We're going to do a couple of these little things about the United States. And she has a little bit of language arts that she needs to get caught up on here. And then a fun little idiom worksheet for her. And then my son also has the same idiom worksheet and measuring worksheet and presidents and United States. And then he has his action verbs worksheet he needs a little extra help on. And then there's a page in Explode the Code for him to do. And another extra math fun activity. And then in this box here we have activities that's fun activities and manipulatives for us to do. This is a Melissa and Doug pizza puzzle. And I wrote on some cards, put mushrooms on half, put mushrooms on a third. So we're going to do stuff like that. And then we have multiplication and division flashcards. We have measuring, United States facts, multiplication war, money puzzles, United States bingo. Here, my son's math times wrap up, Spanish bingo, and multiplication division game. And then these are some of the books we're going to be reading this week. George Washington, and then one's about weather for our weather unit study. So that's it. This video was way longer than I was hoping, but thanks for watching.